All right, this is me. Let's mute the little notifications from the Discord channel. I'm going to do another editing session. I am working on You Sexy Thing. As you can tell, I'm on my laptop. My main machine has totally crapped out, which is super irritating, and I need to take it over to the computer hospital this week. And I'm, of course, probably going to procrastinate on that till midweek. I really want to get these edits done this week. I'm very excited about this. I think I just did a 30-minute sprint as part of the motivation on the Discord channel, and I'm going to do that again. So if you're on that supporting me at the $5 level and you're not on the Discord channel and you want to be part of that, let me know if you're having any trouble and I will help you get on it. So let's pop this open. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, this is what I want. Okay, should be that. And I'm not going to stop the video, but I'm going to actually, I hope that you can't see this. I'm going to hop over to the Discord channel and let them know that I'm about to start editing. So what we do on Discord is basically I type in something along the line of drops flag. I emote that. A few minutes early. 33 minutes. And then I'll put on what page I'm currently on. So what page am I currently on? I'm currently on page 61. Okay, so they now know over on the Shay Rambo Discord server, which you may or may not know about. What's going on? All right. So this is continuing to work on these edits, and I'm on a scene where they are fleeing the station. And so one of the things I want to do is I want to have everybody panicked. You can see here Chris has done this nice thing, which everybody likes, where he's giving me good feedback, says I do like Darby. That's actually Dabry, Chris. So one of the things I'm going to want to do at some point is take all of this crap and put it in a wiki. So that's going to be interesting. Just like kind of all these details. All right. What's in the crate? Cooking supplies. Okay. 3 levels down. Dun, dun, dun. So we want a sense of urgency. We want to make sure nobody's okay. They split up. I said non-coms. Chris pointed out that didn't mean what I thought it meant. One thing I'm going to do is go ahead and do some spelling learning, because that just removes, as I think I may have talked to people about before, it removes a lot of these underlined red marks that make you think something's wrong when there is nothing wrong. It's just that you have this name that he's not on the list. So I did remove that. All right, dun, dun. And she is there with our pet. Born in town with me and the 2 civilians. Also, Geo Skidoo, Millie. Okay, so I'm going to confirm that those are in there. All righty. Got a problem with me. That's just a change I haven't accepted before. That's fine. So I'll back for the tour. This is only another situation routine order. Let's do this. So you'll notice one of the things I'm doing is edits that Chris is not countenanced. So I'm going to be curious to see what he thinks of that. Oh, let's go ahead. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes. Dun, dun, dun.
30 minutes. Starting now.
So I may stop editing this before 30 minutes has passed, because I really convinced that this is really that interesting. So if it is, tell me if it is, and tell me what you want to see more of, and I'm happy to do that. So I'm just sort of reading through this. If I notice things that look weird as I do this, I might change a bit, but mostly, oh, let's go ahead and add this to the things that we don't put a red line for. We don't put a red line for. That's the name of the station. Oh, I think that should be capped. Let's actually put a little note. Should this be capped? I'm not sure. All right, dun dun dun. Whoop 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 is fine. Cloud of physics, chitter chatter. Why doesn't it like chitter? You would think it would know chitter. Let's just always learn that because chitter is a good word. Nico is fine. I don't know. Oh, it's because it's repeated. Nico and Millie, you can see it's better as far as a lot of the learning the spelling is going. Let's go ahead and add low, low, law. Arpat's neck, sure. Okay, so let's look at the scene. So he's dying, flooded with scarlet stains. I want a sensory detail. Air reeked of copper and smoke. I don't know. There needs to be a sensory detail of some kind there. I don't know that that's the right one, but we'll see what Chris says. Right, Nico had the pulse. And so here, you know, that fluttered doesn't work as well as fluttering because fluttering contains that a sound quality that conveys it better than fluttered there, right? Fluttered there, fluttering. It's prettier. Fluttering there. Okay, weak and erratic. Okay. Maybe there should be 2 syllable just to keep this. What's a good word? A synonym for weak. 2 syllable synonym for weak. Let's just put this. See, because we catch this in the final pass. Cat. Find a 2 syllable synonym. To keep going. So why am I capping it like this? Because I want to make sure that I catch this before I send it off to Chris. Okay. He's dying. I can feel it. We're forbidden. Certain edge. I'm just doing this to remote passive voice. And that is spelling. I cannot. Zestra, and that is when death is death. The others. I hope that's clear. Is this clear? Is this therefore clear in terms of its spatial blocking? Okay. Can I feel it? Can I? Well, they stare at each other in silence. We need for a long moment because that draws it out, right? I don't know that we do. I don't know that it does anything. So let's pop that puppy out. And again, we're turning that back over to the editor. And we can say to the editor, hey, what do you think? And so this is one of the luxuries for me of having a manuscript with Tor, that I can do this. And I have an editor that I really kind of, I trust and am excited by. And by contrast, and so this is when people ask me about the differences between indie and small press and trad publishing, this is one of the biggies, because in indie you are paying for an editor. So if you're paying for an editor, great. But two things: one is make sure you've got a good editor. Ask around, talk to other people who've been their clients, and secondly, make sure that this particular give and take is built into it, that you can actually say, hey, I deleted this. What do you think? If that makes sense. With small press, that is really luck of the draw. And in theory, you should get a good editor, a developmental editor, somebody who does this sort of stuff. I don't know that this is developmental editing, but it's line editing pretty much with a little bit of developmental editing thrown in terms of character deepening. Anyway, so if you're doing small press, you should get this, but you don't always get it. You really don't. And so Hearts of Tibet got much more of this sort of scrutiny from an outside editor than Beasts of Tibet did. And in fact, when I go through Beasts of Tibet, sometimes I wince because there's stuff in there that probably an editor would have caught, in terms of repetitions mostly. But Hearts of Tibet is much better. But at the same time, that was pretty much a one pass sort of deal. And there wasn't so much of this back and forth because the editor who kindly stepped in when another editor, one hates to say flaked, but that is what happened. But Kevin J. Anderson stepped in their place, which I appreciated deeply. But there wasn't a chance to do this. So this is my first chance. This is all in the TLDR version. Is very excited about getting a chance to go back and forth with someone about stuff on this level. I believe that we are better off without this for a long moment there. I believe it is extraneous, but I could also argue that it is necessary to lengthen the moment and establish that a considerable amount of time passes. So, let's see what Chris thinks. All right, so let's keep reading. Actually, I'm going to get a spoonful of yogurt as I stare at this page. Okay, so why do I remove that? Because he doesn't think of her as captain. So, yeah. Let's just boop. Why am I doing this? For the sake of readability, because one of the things you want to do is shorten sentences when you can. Break them up. Space there. Okay, it's understandable. Understandable. If you insult my honor, you would not heal. Thorn last week when he burned his hand. Said it was a trivial injury. He gestured dismissively. Wait, so what does he do? What is this gesture? What is this gesture? It's little tiny. So I may actually again, we do one of these notes, and we're going to say, cat, what is this gesture? And in this case, I'm actually probably going to go look at videos of lizards on YouTube, just to kind of see what sort of gestures they might make. I think that will really, if I can do something, particularly if I can do something that gives it more texture. And by texture, I mean physical feeling sensation. All right. All righty, keeping going. Good. Not getting very far because I'm talking so much, but that's okay. I'm working away at this all this week. That's fine. I think I answered this. I'll just say, I think earlier stuff makes source of animosity clearer. Let me know if you don't think it's sufficient. All right, we spelled that. All right, okay. Believe in miracles. This is a pretty line, isn't it? Lo, 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 remain silent as he tied, though tears might have glinted in the turquoise eyes. Okay, I also like might have glinted. Let me double back everything. Hello, firefight. I've covered everything. Making the floor. Okay, so it's making the word we want, including the sticky floor. Floor. Where would the floor be? Underfoot. It'd be really astonishing if it were not underfoot. So the only reason why would I want to keep underfoot if I want to kind of actually. So what I want is. So let's actually put a note to Chris so he understands what I'm doing. So we're going to say floor underfoot may redundant, but I wanted a sense of stickiness at the end of the sentence. Let me know if you think there's a better way to do this. Mobbed by bees running forward, sometimes in ones and twos, other times in more organized groups. From afar, Nico saw the last of the. Okay, that's fine. Moving in formation while guards held the edges, keeping. Just splitting up that. Contrast stood by itself, small guns made it swivel, tracking in on candy close as it needed for its master. Bioships are grown. Oh, see, I love this. One of the things I like about Chris is he loves this ship as much as I do. Erratic scarlet lights. I think so. This is the second instance of the word erratic. Too close to earlier instance of Scarlet lights skittered over its surface as sensors sampled everything in its vicinity. It looked like a wasp, alert and deadly, the appearance intensified by protruding tapered off, tapered into blue. Colored midnight shades. We need to go. I know, Nico said. She moved up. Standing just outside the range of the guardian gun. Seek, she said, blah, blah. Okay, there's a spoiler coming, so you guys might want... Well, no, actually, no, that's fine. Never mind, I shouldn't have said anything. I will... Just never mind. Okay, she had no control over it. Yeah. Okay, so we fix that. I'd like to imagine the girl from Ipanema music playing in the background. Let's just fucking do this. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm just trying to figure out where I want this detail where it's basically elevator music. Let's see, bland music. Bland. Space jazz. Seat began. Okay, so let's see. I think, like, this is a question. It's like, do I do this? I kind of like it. Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Tablets and surgeon. Your eyes don't fire. Then close it down. It's done. She glanced like following. Oh, sky on the sky. So. Dun, 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 dun. And she goes sideways. Touch her forehead. It's all of them. He said with a sound of every single one. But then they said together. Well done. But is that where he goes? I'm not sure. Let's actually take you. Put you. I do got some. Okay. So I'm going to say, I think we have to let me know. Dun, dun, dun. So this is a good question. He was just like, wouldn't the ship be more upset? And I would say, yeah, actually, just let me know if you think this is not sufficiently addressed. We got 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to save the world. Dun dun dun. Does not bode well. Playing along. Bum, bum, bum. Of course, getting multicolored. Played in greasy rainbows. Okay. Huh? I think that's cute. I follow the guide. Each taking moves to quarters. Dun dun dun. Just sort of trying to, basically I'm trying to remove that repetition of quarters, 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 and that ends up, and then I have to remove follow, follow. If these are your cards, each will take you to the room. Please follow the guide. Okay. She followed her own personal glowing ball of light, which there's not, simply not. She'd seen the kind that constantly made you ask why any reasonable being would need such a thing. It's a little slightly political statement there, but that's okay because fiction is political. Oh, my giant dewlap. So fabulous. Lots of stuff. Mechanical fresher. Um, I just like that. I'm sorry, I am adding smells. I mean, I'll be curious to see what. Dun, dun, dun. Here's things about that. Reappeared again. So like again is telling reappeared in front of her. Okay, so this actually, in front of you, inches away from her face, does modify in front of her, so it's not redundant. As I'm saying, if I move back to the door, down there is a great chamber, walls veined in blue and silver, throbbing, okay, visibly throbbing, as opposed to invisibly throbbing, which I think a lot of that would probably happen on a day-to-day basis. We're just not aware of it. Course of the ship. Because I want to make sure people know it's not liquids or veins. Cluster centers, though, seeking comma. Is there a feeling? Let's just see. It's not even as though. Let's just go ahead and do this. Seeking shelter from each other. As though, because we but basically removed it as though. Silence again. Departure bay. Let us know when we are away. Third danger. Skittlance and Arante. Was that da. We answered this. Skymal and Phi. What is more than one? Da. Calling a few favors. Okay, spoiler coming up if you haven't read it, so you may want to avert your eyes. Kind of a punchline. Okay, so reading down. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Okay, you can look now. Right now on page 77. Actually, I should quit. So let's stop sharing. All right. So I believe that this has been a 30-minute editing session. I hope it was useful or entertaining. As I said, if you are watching these, do drop me a comment or whatever, or question, because otherwise it really does feel like I'm sitting here nattering away to myself, which is kind of entertaining. I'm sure in the old age home, I'll be looking back at these and being like, oh, yes, Catherine, you certainly did like to talk. Certainly were amused with yourself. All right, so if you are mildly amused, 1/10 as amused as I am with me, do drop me a line. Or if you're not amused, that's fine. If you feel like I'm pissing into the wind, that's fine too. Anyway, goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, etc.